Hi guys, this episode is brought to you by Food Junkie, your Afro-Caribbean frozen meals delivered to your door within 24 hours.
Man.
This week I'm eating boneless jerk chicken with J-Rice.
And I'm eating sweet chili boneless chicken with J-Rice.
And all you've got to do is go on their website to get a 10% off right now. They have oxtail, curry goat,
jerk chicken.
hey, a more bare
Lamb
options.
suya.
Beef suya.
Lamb patty.
Cheesy beef patty.
Anything, bro.
Everything. But as said, all you got to do is go onto their website. Right here, as you can see, you've got J-Rice, rice and peas, boneless barbecue chicken, boneless jerk chicken, curry goat, oxtail. Look how many options there are.
This is endless, man.
And honestly, if you're a family, or even if you don't even want to cook during the week and you just want to stock up on food, this is the place to be. 10% off right now on their websites, verified by Don't Tell My Wife podcast. We catch you guys later. Peace out.
Peace out.
Summertime chilling, EQ spinning, contracts loyal, so I'm counting the digits. Skr with the pan roof just whizzing, waiting on the roller, you know that's living. Catch me in the booth, yeah, just.
So like this week, past 2 weeks, I've been moved house. I think week before last or last week.
Yeah.
Then like trying to build out my studio, get all the pieces together that I need to get, so I can't record like I would normally record. And then this week I had to get a big order out. So I've been trying to manage that and balance it. Like, bro, I was recording before I came here. I had to record, edit, script, record, edit, post.
Yeah.
Literally in the car outside, I was posting onto YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what it is. That's what it has to be.
And moving is one of the longest things.
Moving with a kid is one of the longest.
Moving, I think moving is probably like at least top 5 worst things to do.
I don't mind the whole not starting it again, but in terms of new space.
But you know what? That's why
Especially when you're going somewhere that's bigger
buy
as well.
everything new when I move rather than moving.
Yeah, because
Oh, you have money, bro.
he's lazy, bro.
Nah,
I mean,
no,
because you know me. You know when I
I don't have money.
times,
I'm lazy. Like I'd rather, with me, I'm a big pay for convenience, innit?
Yeah.
So I would rather order a sofa so someone could come and deliver it to the new house and install it than bring my sofa.
And me, I've moved the same sofa that I've had 3
but
times.
he's on the moving stuff.
Yeah, I moved my sofa
he
3 times as
has
well.
more P's than me. He's a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I would pay.
Yeah.
But then again, that's how some rich people say you stay rich, innit? Yeah,
but like even me, like bro, like even the Luton van, like I'll hire a Luton van with the step thing. I'll call the man them, come help me.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. So I'll buy you food, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
And then after I'll be whipping the Luton van everywhere, bro. And I'm scared to drive it because it's massive.
Remember we mashed it up in McDonald's?
Yeah, there was one time, when we were moving in it.
That was even my fault.
We're going Ken, it's because of him. He was like, oh, he's hungry, let's go to McDonald's. So obviously we're going to McDonald's now. And then I'm like, they have that, you know that...
The height restriction.
The height restriction.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think this is going to fit under there. So let me park outside.
I was like, bro, it's calm, man. Let's just go. It's fine. It's fine.
I try to move it.
Yeah. No, I matched up one done as well, with Enterprise.
Yeah.
And the thing is, have you seen the Enterprise XS?
No, but my sister-in-law used to work there, so I got it for cheaper and I got the free XS thing.
So the excess on when you rent a van with Enterprise is £2,500.
Yeah,
it's £2,500 unless you pay an extra £25 or something and you drop it down to £250 excess. So the first time I did it, I was like, I'm a competent driver.
Yeah,
so I spun it, and then I went to IKEA. For some reason in IKEA there's a height thing. I don't know which one it is. Somewhere in North London. I just heard.
Was the one in Tottenham? Was it that one?
Yeah.
I think it was the Tottenham one.
Yeah.
Stressed. But what it was the van was mad high. Like, you know them it's them XL transit things. So when I looked at the thing, it was so far on the top that when I handed it back, like I don't think they checked. They just go round the sides.
Yeah.
But I was stressed for a whole day, bro. 2.5 bags.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? On my traditional wedding day, me and my boy Akin, we were loading up drinks in the van, innit? So all day, all morning, going back and forth, Stratford to Ilford. I'm returning the van back, and there's a gate to enter. Enterprise is here. The gate's here. I've driven. It's just I had to pay like 2 bills, you know.
Hey.
Morning of my trad, bro. I was
No, but you know,
fuming.
it's your Wednesday. You don't.
I was like, I'm gonna make it back.
You don't want to let these things make you.
I don't want to make it upset, but I was fuming. But then obviously, you know, I was
ruin your day,
during the spray, and I was thinking, okay, I've made it back. I pocketed it. I told Abs, I can't lie, I got to take that back because I shouldn't have been the one to be loading the van anyway.
That is true.
That is true.
I'm against like brides or grooms doing work on their wedding days.
Bro, I worked,
like,
man.
You shouldn't be working on your wedding day.
I worked, man. Useless uncles, bro.
Nah, I heard it. So,
useless
how you man been though? How was your week?
Yeah, man. My week was alright, bro. This week has been weekend, bro. It's been weekend, bro. Work has been a bit long.
I hear that.
You know what's funny? I thought we were gonna drop the kids today, innit? At Abby's mum's. Like, I thought, like I even said to Ken earlier, like I was like, oh, like maybe try and record something this weekend because I ain't got the kids, you know, bro. Tell me why Abby's mum cancelled, bro.
Is it?
Yeah. Like it was literally like 4 p.m. Yeah. I was gonna pick them up from my mum's and then take them to Abby's mum's, innit? And then next minute, Abs calls me to say, yeah, don't worry about it. Just pick me up from Pitsy. And we'll go get the kids. That my mum said that, oh, she's going somewhere tomorrow. I said, I said, if you know the thought I was thinking I was going to be doing this weekend, man. Burning,
so parents
bro.
going to take it for the whole weekend?
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's
But
nice.
they don't, you're...
No. To be honest, we do. But obviously, where we've been moving, we're just trying to have my daughter stay at home a bit more.
To understand.
Just to get, to grips with home. And also, like, she goes nursery, she has childminder, she has all of these things. So, in the weekends, especially this weekend, like, just trying to have her at home a bit more.
No, I hear it.
Especially while we have time as well.
Yeah. Question, with childminders, me and my wife have been speaking about this a lot in it, because she's going back to work for maternity at the end of the year.
Okay.
So we're thinking of nursery / childminder for our last born, because she was just born in January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So thank you, bro. So how do you qualify childminders? Like, what's the process?
I'll be real with you, because my daughter's so young and she can't advocate for herself. She can't talk. Like, she's talking, but she can't express if something bad has happened.
Yeah.
We don't send her to a childminder. When I say a childminder, it's more like a
family member,
babysitter.
Oh, baby. Okay.
Like, it's a girl from our church.
Okay.
Who we know, like, do you know what I mean? She's known my daughter since she was like 6 months, and she looks after her in our house.
Okay.
So my fiance, she works from home. I work from home, and now I'm in the studio. If I'm out, we can see do you know what I mean? We can see the child throughout the day, so nothing bad can really happen. We're there. So luckily, like, to be honest, we were so blessed to have found her and had her available to do it. Do you know what I mean? She's been doing it for maybe, I want to say about 8 months now, 9 months.
Yeah.
So we were really lucky in that respect, but it's still an expense. Do you know what I mean? It's still a really, really
nursery
expense.
and childminder.
Yeah. So she has nursery Monday through Wednesday, and then let's say babysitter Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, but you need to take off that Monday though.
Who? How?
Nah, bro. As in, because you know that Monday, bro. Bank holiday. You're not getting your money's worth, bro.
What, on bank holidays?
Like, bank holidays, because they don't go nursery on bank holidays, or staff teacher training day. They normally pick Mondays for that.
No, nursery's Monday through Friday.
Is it all the time?
The whole way through the year. No half terms. No,
but even bank holiday, they'll be working.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hey, okay, fair.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think,
because more time. I think you lose if you do Mondays. You lose out. You know.
Nah.
Yeah, in my son's first nursery, Mondays was a bit still.
But you have
bank holidays and that.
You have to remember, under 2 with both parents working, you get 30 hours.
Yeah.
You get 33 hours.
Yeah.
So we only pay for that couple of hours on that third day. So it doesn't really cost us anything apart from, do you know what I mean? If I was paying for each day full, yes, dragging. But that came into effect on September, which is when she started.
Yeah.
So we've never really paid for like a full week. We get the 33 hours. So the way that our nursery works, if you get the 33 hours, you either get 3 full 3 days over term time. Yeah. But then when it's not in term time, you either have to pay or you have to keep her at home. Yeah. Or you get 2 days plus change the whole way through the year. And they do 51 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
So the only week that they're not in is that New Year's, Christmas week. So Mondays, I think even bank holidays like that, I think they still work.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fairs. That's interesting.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, bro? How's your week been?
Yeah, my week's been busy, bro.
Yeah.
My week's been busy. I had my missus doing the accounting exam. like her final
Wow.
accounting exams.
Yeah.
Big up, man.
Yeah,
So
big up, man.
I've been trying to, hold it down.
Yeah.
Trying to hold it down.
Ain't easy because the accounting department in my company are always stressed.
No, bro, it's
intense.
so heavy.
Yeah.
So I think through understanding what she's going through with that, I always try my best to pick up. You know what I mean? So like for me, it has to be routine. Like dropping a baby in the morning, getting her, waking her up, getting her dressed, feeding her, dropping her to nursery, go gym, come back. You know what I mean? Make sure everything's smooth, and then obviously I got to go work and make sure, because I've had a big order which was out this week, and we're moving facilities, and it's been a lot. It's been a heavy week.
You do a lot still.
And then trying to make content as well. So that's why, like I said, like last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, content hasn't been as consistent as I would like it. But, I'm still trying to find my feet, and hopefully, do you know what I mean, from this week on, it'll be a bit more. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's been productive. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can ask for. It's been productive. Like everyone, obviously there was a bit of sickness as well. My daughter was sick this week.
Yeah.
And then my missus got it. Yeah. And then the childminder got it today.
Childminder as well.
Childminder as well. I'm the only one who didn't really get touched. Yeah. We thank God, man. we thank God. Yeah, but it's not been a bad week. How about you, man?
My week's been alright. I think work is just like you said, the work has been working this week, man.
What do you do for work?
I do like portfolio management, so like asset management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's been because I've been put onto a new portfolio this week, and like obviously learning a new client again. Like it was just been long this week, and obviously I haven't really gone on my runs this week. So listen,
you haven't gone on your runs?
I've been flopping myself this week. Yeah, bro. This week, I've been stressed, bro. I've been stressed. Work has been stressing me. Huh?
You big on running?
Yeah, man. I love it, man. I'm even going to a run club tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Let's hope I make it. Let's actually hope I make it. But no, I love running, man. I feel like running is so therapeutic for me. Like I'd rather go for a run than go to the gym.
I like to go gym. I don't always, but recently I feel like I need it. Like it's like a nice step away from everything, innit? Like I just go in there 45 minutes to an hour. That's all me.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But I like to go with the missus as well. I can't lie to you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, going gym with your missus is not bad though. But I feel like she kind of holds me back a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because women, you guys just like doing the same workouts. Like, you know what? It's the same workouts.
So our missus went to gym together this week, innit?
Yeah, they did.
And I must have asked her, like, what did you do? She said, full body. I'm like, bro,
full body.
I was like, bro, you guys do the same thing all the time.
Same workouts. It's actually funny.
Leg press.
Mad legs.
No, leg press.
Mad legs.
You might go to gym for 2 hours, do leg press.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, it's just squats, bro.
Yeah.
Every day squats. But to be fair, now when she comes gym with me, because she's doing she does a lot of walking. She's doing like 10K steps a day. Yeah. She usually does like somewhere between 12 and 20,000 a day. Right, and that's like a thing. Like I'm gassed. Like I'm glad that she's doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because especially after she's had a baby, like just with the self-confidence and getting used to her body and things like this, and seeing her exercise and that is nice. So because she's doing her walking, when she comes gym with me, she's like, cool, I'll do whatever you're doing, so she can work out her upper body a little bit, work out her core a little bit. Yeah. So it's nice. Like it's nice being able to like push her and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Question though, for the random, obviously I know when I'm steering away from the conversation. Let's say for example, like your wife's like just like fell off in terms of like their weight and like their bodies, Like how would you? I know where this is going. How would you bring that up to your wife? Like, what would you say? Like, how would you approach it?
For me personally, I have a relationship with my fiance where I would say, like, I would just tell her very upfront and be like, I think you've gained like, do you know what I mean? A point where it's not healthy. It's not from a matter of I don't like the way you look, because do you know what I mean? The physical is one element of the relationship, and in reality, I'm not really too bothered. Do you know what I mean? But I think it'd be for me, the issue would be from a position of like your health. Like you're not being healthy right now. Yeah. You got a child. Do you know what I mean? That child is going to follow your habits. True. We are the example of our children. That's my thing. And I think she would take that as being like, okay, cool, like let's get back in the gym. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get you. And she will receive it well, yeah.
She'll receive it well. Like I don't think she'll take it mad. Because we're very I'm very upfront.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how our house is. Yeah. It's easier that way.
Yeah. I agree. What about you?
No, I'd
Same,
say
yeah.
maybe I'd not use style. No, because you don't know. Obviously, I think when you hear it, regardless from anyone, you're gonna be a bit like self-conscious a bit. But I'd just say how it is. Like it's the same thing as me. Like I wouldn't say up front. I maybe like push her to be like, I'm going gym. Do you want to have a day pass or something? Like, you know, try. No, it's like,
I feel like that's slightly more offensive.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's like, what are you really trying to say?
No, but like
before you ain't invited me gym not one time.
Okay.
Now all of a sudden you're being like, I'm going gym. Do you want to come with me? It's just, you think I'm fat? You think I'm getting weight? Do you know what I'm saying? But if you come to me like, look. The food that we're eating right now is not good.
It's true.
We're not moving enough. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, let's get back into the gym. It's I hear it. I'm off to the gym. You're like, come through.
Nah, when my wife started telling me I was fat, that's when she started buying me gym clothes. That's why I was like, okay, you're calling me fat right now. Because when she started buying me gym wear, I was like, yeah, it's time still. It's time.
I think my message just told me, you know.
Is it?
No, I think she just said like, you've been saying you want to get back in gym. Like, when are you gonna do it? So I was like,
how did you receive it?
I was really like, ooh.
I was like, damn.
No, I was like, you know, I know this.
Yeah.
The fact that you're telling me means that is getting
and my thing is
it's real now.
My thing is that like the fact that you're telling me is that you're seeing it. Like, you can see it now.
It's not body dysmorphia. It's not dysmorphia.
It's like you can see it.
Like, I'm trying my best to hide it, and it's like.
Bro, no, but that's mental though. You think in your mind you're hiding it, but she's seeing it.
You just see blob.
She's seeing it. That's a blobby blob.
Yeah. Do you know? I think in our house we're mad open about weight though.
Yeah,
like, I know I'm gaining weight, and I'll be like to her, but I'm putting on mad weight now.
No, that's what I say.
Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, I'm putting on mad weight, and she'll be like, well, you know, if you feel like you're putting on weight, you know what you need to do.
Do you feel like you added the weight after like the kids?
Absolutely, bro. We've been talking about this week, because, and it's so mad. When I met my fiance, I think I was 115 kg. I've always been big, like I'm 6'2". I've always been quite well structured.
Yeah,
I think I was 115. Last summer, 128. 128, which is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And then towards the end of last year, out of nowhere, I dropped like 6 kg.
Okay, that's good.
And now I'm down to like 119. Okay. Like I've dropped like 10 kg in maybe 5-6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm losing it.
Yeah.
But I think there was a lot of like first year of having my daughter, there was mad stress. A lot of stress.
Do you stress eat?
I don't think that it was necessarily that I was stress eating, but we both have like a mad sweet tooth, which is problematic. But we've always had a sweet tooth, but we were working out at the same time.
Yeah.
But where like you're both getting to grips with looking after this human, like I'm not going to the gym so much. I'm not as active. I'm not as mobile. I'm not like going out all the time into London and doing this and that. I'm just chilling, like baking off a lot of the time. Like evenings are now just at home. But then as she got a bit older, she's going nursery now. You know what I mean? She can stay with my parents or my partner's parents. Then I can go to the gym and I can build that into my routine because I know she's been looked after and XYZ. So I gained a lot of dad weight.
I think
it's not easy, bro.
It's not. I didn't realize it was a thing. It's a real thing.
Because I was 90 kg when I got married. I'm 115 now. In the space of 4 years.
No, it will catch you.
Bro, and it like you said, it will catch you.
It will catch you.
Because I was like, huh? And I feel like that's another reason why, obviously, I think we spoke about this at your house once. Another reason why I kind of put off the gym. Because I feel like it's just a big mountain I have to climb, to go gym and then start losing the weight again. That's why I like running, because running, it's like you're just running. You're not. It doesn't feel like you're working out. You're pumping weights. Because I'm not with gym. It's like I'm someone that wants to see the
gym
results
burns.
quickly.
Lifting weights burns the most fat though.
It does, but just the thought of actually doing it again is just long. I'll just rather run into the sunset, bro. I just want to run into the sunset. Because with running, it's like, I like it for my mind. It's just something I do. But with gym, it's like, okay, I now have to lift all these weights. And then if nothing is showing, I get discouraged. Like, I've added so much weight. It's just long. Do
you know what I do hear that? I do hear the ego element of it.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll be honest, that I can lift in it. So when I go there, I feel big.
Yeah.
Especially, and that's what motivates me to keep going. Like, it's just, and we have to be honest, like, there's a lot of things, even when it comes to making content. Like, making content, the first time I did it, and I'm doing it, and I'm like seeing the first video hit 30K. And I'm like, right, like, do you know what I mean? It's the ego of it as well that keeps you motivated. So with the gym as well, it makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, the ego will push you.
Nah, it's true, man. It's true.
It's not all bad thing. I think we associate the ego with like negativity. It's not always negative, you know.
It's sometimes it could be good. Just depends on not letting it get too.
No, it's true.
It's true. No, it's true. But yeah, let me get into the intro quickly.
Yes.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Don't Tell My Wife podcast here with one of your hosts, Tonye.
It's your boy Ken.
And yeah, man, back again, another week, another episode. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of those things there. And we are brought today with a very special guest.
Big guest in the building,
Big guest in the building. Obviously, you guys have already seen him on the screen, but obviously I'll let him do his intro.
No, I appreciate that. Obviously, thank you lot for having me.
Yeah, no,
my name's Prof. I go by Prof. Make It Make Sense. You can find me online, Prof_Mims, MIMS. Yeah, I make finance content, careers content, news, teach young people how the world works. And yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, no,
thank you for inviting me
no,
down.
Thank you, bro. Obviously, I've been tuning into your content for a very long time still.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no,
I appreciate
a long time. So, you know, it's good. Because you know them ones, yeah, not everyone wants to go on BBC News and be listening to news all the time.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But like, when you come on...
When was the last time you actually went on BBC to watch the news? Do you watch the news?
No.
What?
Is it?
Don't you have to get your read articles or?
I read.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I don't watch to sit down and watch TV. And the thing is, so the reason I don't watch the news is because if you sit down and you consume the news, right, for you to get a well-rounded opinion of what's going on, you've now got to watch Al Jazeera, France 24, BBC, Sky News, because they've all got their own little angles. Otherwise, I have to subscribe to whichever angle I'm sitting down to watch. Whereas if I actually read up on the news, I can read 5 articles all on the same thing and get all of the different perspectives to then be able to form my own. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's actually true.
So no, I can't watch news.
That's such a our parents' generation thing to do.
Sit down and watch the news.
My dad will come back from work, slap on BBC News,
and
just
be there.
News at 6.
I will just be there till EastEnders. TV, and after EastEnders, he'll go back to news. If there's no football, he'll go back. I'm thinking, bro.
Nah, it's funny still. But no, why I like your content, I like it the fact that it's like bite-sized, so you come look at this, find out information about this, and then you can just go.
That's how I consume information now. But I think that's what the world does. Yeah.
Because look, BBC's in big trouble now with the TV licenses because no one watches live TV in it.
Hey, bro.
Everyone either gets their information off like YouTube.
Do you pay for TV license? You don't? Do you pay?
No.
Yeah. So all of us in this thing don't pay.
I don't watch live TV.
Same.
You have to watch live TV. I don't watch live TV.
Yeah, but you know, like, do you watch? Are you a football fan?
I watch on my phone.
Because I've got Sky, I've got Sky and stuff in it. So if they come and they but they're not gonna get in my house though. Let's be real. I'm not opening the door.
The number one people who get caught with TV licenses are women.
Is it because they open the
door?
Yeah. Well, they pulled up on me. They pulled up on me like last year.
Yeah, they come a couple times. Come to the door, but I've moved now, so you have to start all over again.
Yeah, for real. And even then, bro, ring doorbell, tap on. Bro, if I see, I'm not expecting a delivery. Yeah. Even then, if I open the door, I'm not letting you in.
Yeah, for real. No, but you know they can hand you a fine though. Like if you open the door, like apparently because it happened to one of my friends.
No, that's fine. But look,
where they
but if I say I don't have TV, you need to come and check if I've got TV or not. Things if you try to hand me your phone, you can.
But you can have a TV. Having a TV is not even a thing. It's like, can you prove that from my Fire Stick or whatever that I've got connection to live TV? If you can't prove that,
then I'm not getting phone.
No, that is true.
And
I'll see you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, really. No cap. I think the whole country should stop paying for TV license.
The whole country have stopped paying for TV license.
It's true.
I saw a newspaper article. I think today. Saying that the BBC are in big trouble because there's an irreversible amount of people that are no longer paying for TV license. So they said they're willing to drop the amount of price charged for TV license as long as a few more people start paying TV license. I said as long as you man pay, I'm
because
not paying.
The thing is, I think a thought per year is like maybe like £180.
Yeah, that's like 170.
All for them to be saying the N word and not censoring you.
Wow,
bro. Who see what happened?
BAFTAs.
BAFTAs.
Oh, was it
The guy with the Tourette's.
Yeah.
So they were, but then obviously when someone else said something else political, they censored it.
The Coppo, is it Coppo Pod? I think they spoke about that on one of their apps.
Yeah, so
it's too funny.
Yeah, I'm not going. Anyway, let's leave that one. But anyway, back to the conversation. Yes, obviously, since you've been doing content, how long have you been doing content for now?
I want to say end of 2023, October 2023, something like that.
That's a short
So it's about 3 years.
Yes. Wow. What made you?
No, that's a lie. End of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, I think end of 2022.
3-4 years.
Yeah.
What made you get into it?
I had time. That's literally it. I had time. I think I'd managed to do quite a lot in my 20s. Like I went to uni, did my undergrad in biology. I didn't know what to do, got a job in recruitment, started to figure out how the career ladder went. Well. Did you? Yeah, it's just kind of that thing you do after uni.
Literally.
Like, I was so gassed. I bought bare suits from M&S. I was like, I'm a businessman. Like I'm waking up early, buying newspaper to read on.
No, you're right.
Oh, doing all of it, and I did that for about 7 months. But I was placing people in the bioscience field, so working in medical devices, working in biotechnology, working in pharmaceuticals, and I was like, these men are mopping. These men have so much bread. Like we're talking people making all £150 an hour.
Yeah.
Doing 6-month contracts, and then you're belling them up at the end of their 6-month contract. Like, yo, I've got this new opportunity. They're going, nah. Like I've just made like 60 grand over the past 3-4 months. Yeah. I'm chilling now for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's something that I could do. So from then, I literally used to spend my lunch breaks going through LinkedIn on what qualifications these people got. Found out, I applied, did my master's in biomedical engineering, went to work in medical devices. So climbed the career ladder there.
Jeez, so you're now making 160 bags in 6 months.
Oh,
yes.
Come on. No, climbed the ladder there. Like went to I got my first job there. I was starting like 26k in 18 months. Negotiated my salary from 26 to 40k. And then left there, started running the business opportunity with my family, learned business and all of this and personal finance. And it was at the time that I was running the business that I was like, do you know what? Like I'm speaking to my friends who were like, I don't know how to negotiate my salary. Or I don't know how to write a CV, a cover letter. I don't know, I'm speaking to people about general election. They don't know how politics works and how the manifestos work and all of this. So I was like, let me start making content about the things that I've learned that could help people that don't have a big brother or a dad or a friend who knows those things. And also, like, I managed to make great money at my age, like early 20s, making 40k, which was back then.
Early 20s
was 40
was a mad thing,
which was back then. And then I think I was just like, I know that I've managed to make great money and do a lot of stuff like the very straight and narrow way. And how do I find a way to show people that you can do this like this? You don't have to compromise. You don't have to, do you know what I mean? Speak posh and not express yourself how you want. Like I've got tattoos, nose, facial piercings. Like I dress how I dress, but doesn't make me any less intelligent. So I just kind of wanted to put that all forward and try and be kind of like another role model, kind of show young black men and people from lower economic backgrounds like what's going on, because I didn't grow up rich or anything like that. So that was kind of the driving force, and from there it's developed and it's grown. Like I started making biology content, and then it moved to like news and finance stuff and careers content, and I got trained as a qualified financial advisor. Just so I had, do you know what I mean? So I could actually be educated in the field, so that when I'm giving people advice online about their personal finances, like it's coming from a position of qualification.
How did you handle like earning 40k at like early 20s? Because I would have been going crazy, bro. Early 20s, bro. Like, because bro, early 20s, 21, 22, 23 on 40 bags. That's
honestly,
a lot.
Not to expose your age, but early 20s when you said you're...
So, like, okay, so let's say, how old was I? I finished my master's at 23. 23, 24. So I was about 24. Okay, let's say closer to mid-20s, like
that's a
24,
lot.
24,
People-
25, 40K.
People in their 30s and 40s are making 40K now.
No,
I mean, it's still above average salary now.
Yeah,
like
which is
30, above
crazy.
average salary is like 36,
36,
38,000.
yeah.
So at the time, I'll be honest, my mind was always, my mind has always been, I've said to my friends, I always wanted a family.
That's it.
But I was never going to have a child and start a family until I own my own property. That was one of the things for me. Like in my house, my parents owned the house that I lived in. Like we didn't have, I wouldn't say we weren't rich, we didn't have copious amounts of stuff.
Yeah.
But I knew.
Guys, if you've gotten this far into the episode and you haven't subscribed, make sure you click the subscription button right now. All you got to do is like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.
That like there was no landlord coming to tell us we need, like, I'm selling the house, you guys have to move or anything like that. So even though the rest of like my childhood maybe wasn't the most stable and whatever, my yard was. And I wanted to give that to my child. So I was like, I'm not having a child until I got my yard. So when, even from that early age, I was like, okay, cool. Let me start saving, started investing, putting my money away. I was saving like, especially around COVID time.
Yeah, you must have saved a lot.
Like $1,000 and a piece of each month was going into savings. Yeah. So then when I came out of COVID, I was ready to buy straight away.
It's like a lot of our friends.
Yeah.
COVID, just after COVID.
Oh, what an opportunity! What an opportunity!
I mean, I don't know what I was doing with my P's in COVID. That's why I needed.
Bear man were doing
advice.
Trap Star Cortez drops.
Bro, that's what I was doing. I was toasting my wife. I was taking her on dates in COVID. You know what I'm saying? Paying for hotel, bro.
Mr. Monopoly.
Listen, I was wasting my bread, bro. I don't know why I was doing that rubbish.
Yeah, no. I was at home. I'll be real. I was at home. I didn't buy no clothes. I didn't get no trims. I wasn't getting no secret trims for who. I wasn't.
My brother was coming to. Gabe was coming to the house every week.
I didn't get no trims.
I done everything you done right. I done wrong.
Yeah, COVID was a time of saving, bro. I moved back in with my parents.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really. I wasn't spending no money for like a good 18 months.
Is it?
I just saved. I saved, and then I sat there and I was like, cool. Like I got like 20 something bags. I could. You know, it's one of them ones like, I could buy a rollie right now. I could buy a car, brand new, like for cash.
You could have bought a little free bags, rollie.
I could put a little day just to flex. But nah, I took it. But like, do you know what it was though? I was like, because obviously I had the money for the deposit, and then I had to remember you got to pay like surveyor, you got to pay
it's a lot.
Lawyer, you got to pay solicitor, you got to pay this, you got to pay that. So
even furnishing, bro.
Bro, to be fair, I'd rented an unfurnished spot.
Okay.
Just before I moved. So I just moved all my stuff in there. But it was, and then the thing is, afterwards, like my mortgage was like $860 on a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-balcony yard.
$860.
So it's been like that for years.
In where you are now?
Yeah,
of course. But you know what?
Bro, do you know what my mortgage rate is?
Yeah.
Or was?
Yeah.
2.4%. You see what I'm saying? Because of my boy. So normally my mortgage would have still been over £1,000.
Yeah. Wow.
But you understand? It's opportunity. Like it's about opportunity. So my thing is, I always say buy. Even I rent now, I always say buy because like it's just so much cheaper than renting. But the rent I've got at the moment is cheaper than it would be to buy that property, which is where I think the only time it makes sense to rent. Yeah. Like if you can buy. Yeah. But if you do rent, make sure that it's a very good deal.
It makes sense. Yeah, no, I get you.
No, fair. But maybe just clarify why you're renting, because obviously I've seen the story of why you're renting, but obviously people are going to be like, but you said, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the reason that I've
I didn't even deep because don't they be saying stuff in our comments?
The reason I've chosen to rent is because it's a property that's owned by my parents. My parents own the houses, our family house is the house I grew up in. And they moved about 2.5 years ago to another property, and they was renting out privately, and the tenant left, and I said to them, well, let me get in there. So I negotiated a slightly smaller price. I mean, it's still almost twice what I'm paying on my mortgage. But yeah, I mean,
you still have your mortgage? Do you still have your property?
I still have my property.
Okay, yeah.
But you have to remember, like, end of the day, even though it's my parents' property, is my family home, like, he did work on it, so it's been remortgaged. So there's
Yeah.
still money to pay.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
freebie. And I need to get that across. Like, it's not like I've just been
'Cause I
given a
can't
yard
lie.
just to live in. Like, the rent is still expensive. It's maybe about £100-200 below market rate. But again, if I was to get a mortgage on it with the current interest rates, it would be probably slightly more than what I pay now. But it's still expensive.
And I'm renting for
It's
my
still
parents.
expensive.
I feel like, hey, mum, you're gonna have to hold that this month, man.
Yeah, but the space is so much more. Like, I was thinking, at the moment, at the flat that I bought, it's a 2-bedroom. So obviously my missus works from home. So that second bedroom is where she works. That's her office, but it's also where I record content. And my baby lives in a room, sleeping in the room with us. Like, her crib was in a bedroom with us. Obviously, she's 1.5 now. She's getting older. She needs her own space. So the opportunity came at the right time. Do you know what I mean? And I'd rather I be paying rent to my own family than be paying rent to someone else and paying for their mortgage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless what happens, once my parents go, that house is going to go to either my siblings or me, or do you know what I mean? It's going to stay within our family. So that, just from a financial perspective, for me, makes more sense.
And
I agree.
That's what I was using to explain it.
Also, I don't want to have to sell my yard that I've bought at the moment. Like, I don't want to have to sell it. Obviously, a bit, you know what I mean? I've got some emotional attachments to that one. That's my first home. But I don't want to have to sell it. And you have to think now, with interest rates as they are, is it smart for me to upgrade a house now? If I want to keep it and buy another house, I've got to pay stamp duty, which is what, 5%? That could be more, potentially, depending on the price of the house. And I've got to come up with, if you say you want to buy a house that's like $500,000, which realistically, when you're looking at 3-bedroom houses, that's the kind of ballpark you're looking in. Like 400, 500,000, a 10% deposit, if you're lucky, look at like 40-50 bags. That's a lot of money. It's not impossible to collect, but it's a lot of money to put into a house when there's other investments that could be made.
True. No, I agree. So, with everything that you've learned and stuff like that, where are you in the pecking order of your family?
What do you mean, like,
in terms
age?
of like, are you the oldest? No.
I mean, you said, well, who's the richest in your family?
No. I mean, it's like,
you have the most
have you got like an older sibling or anyone like that, or like, where did you learn?
I'm the middle. I'm the middle. I'm the middle. I'm one of 8.
Okay.
But from my mum and dad, I'm one of 3.
Okay.
And I'm the middle child.
Okay. Okay. So who taught you like all this, like, kind of this stuff?
My mum and my dad, to be fair, let me not even disrespect anyone, but my mum and my dad are both good with money. They're great with money.
Where what country are you from?
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent.
Yeah, they're both from St. Vincent. They're both in Central.
Can't be Nigeria, bro, because Nigerian parents.
My missus is Nigerian.
Is it?
Yeah. But it was my mum's always been good at saving. She didn't really teach us, like, actively sit down and show us, but I've seen my mum, like, save for years. And one of the things that she did was, just an example, like, you get the allowance for your kids.
Oh, that's the government.
Yeah. My mum's been saving that for us for years, but from when we were born.
Child benefit?
Yeah. Well, whatever she got from the government, and then she's also saved on top, right? So all of us had been in like a long-term savings account until it reached maturity. And then when we got to like 18, 19 or wherever, she's been like, hey, what do you want to do with it? So, for example, with mine, I can only speak for mine.
Yeah.
Once I finished recruitment, and I was like to my mum, to my parents, look, I'm going to go back to uni and do my master's in biomedical engineering. This is what I want to do.
That's what paid.
They were like, cool, we got, like, do you want to use your money for your thing? So I don't have a postgraduate loan. Like,
that's nice.
It's just 10 grand.
That's great, man.
Parents, are you listening? Are you listening?
Now that we're parents, now it's our turn to do it.
Yeah, you lot should be doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Tell me the last time I put
junior ISAs.
I've got one. But tell me the last time I put fees in there.
You need to have direct debits set in. Just set in so that money doesn't exist. It just goes straight in there. But yeah, we got that. Like, my parents have done that. My dad always taught me, the one thing he used to say to me, is like, do you want to go and buy sweets with your money now, or do you want to push when you're older? I don't know why that was like his thing. But I was always like, nah, like, I love cars. Like, I love cars. Like, cool. That's a teaching of delayed gratification right there. So for me, I was always like, okay, cool. I know if I don't spend this now, like, what I'm going to reap later is going to be way better, which is why in COVID, I was able to be like, okay, cool. Let me just shut down everything because don't get me wrong, I was outside. Like normally for in a year, I was outside. I was spending money. I was like clubs, this, that, the other, holidays, whatever. But during COVID, I was like, okay, cool. It's time for me to cut everything, save, and then you know when people are they're going, oh, I'm paying £900 for a room. I'm paying £800 for a room. I was like, cool. My whole yard is $860. Do you know what I mean? So it was that, and then one of my boys from school, from uni, was like, when Bitcoin was doing the halvening, was like, yo, do you know about the Bitcoin? You know about the halvening? I was like, nah, go on. So he told me about investing, and then from there it just kind of skyrocketed, and I was like, yeah, I like this. And then I just, I learned about it myself, and we ended up.
It's a good thing to be teachable and actually be interested in learning new things. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong, where they just want to be stuck in their ways.
Question, So let's say you meet like a 21-year-old. He comes up to you, he's like, yo, like, I've got a little 20 racks saved somewhere. I don't know what to do with it. Like, what would you advise?
You know what? It's a difficult question. I got to put my financial advisor hat on, because realistically, from a financial advice perspective, I can't advise someone on what to do with their money until you know what their exact situation is. Like, they might need liquid cash. Like, I could say to you, slap, I don't know, like 15 grand in a stocks and shares ISA and then slap this much money in here. But or like put the whole thing on a house so that you can't, so that you're not paying high rents. But in reality, if they need some liquid cash because they may have a dependent or whatnot, then that doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always tell people as kind of like a blanket thing, make sure that you've got an emergency fund, which will cover, people say 3 to 6 months. 6 months. Because especially with the way that the job market is right now, give yourself as much time as possible. 6 months worth of your rent and living costs, your bills, the things that you absolutely need, your food. Do you know what I'm saying? Once you've done your emergency fund, then I would look at investing in a stock market, building out a portfolio that matches your risk attitude. And then ultimately it's down to like where you are in life and what are the things that you want to be saving towards. Maybe you want to be buying a house. Maybe you want to be, obviously 20 grand is not enough to do all of those things, but definitely an emergency fund. Put some money into investing. Put some money maybe in a cash ISA. Like, just spread it around. Don't put everything in one place. But definitely be investing, because if you just let that 20k sit, inflation is gonna nyam up all your money.
So you think, in terms of like, even this is just like, so like, for example, this day and age now, the most basic thing to do right now is to have an emergency fund, of course. Right. So 6 months, then probably it's better to look at investing it. Yeah. And then you decide whatever your plan is.
I mean, your emergency fund, it really needs to be in what I'd call like an easy access high yield savings account, like something like an easy access cash ISA, where the interest rate is beating the current rate of inflation. Current rate of inflation 3%. So you're doing more than 3%, then do you know what I mean? The higher you can get, the better. If you're doing more than 3%, then you're sweet. Your money's not losing money over time. Some people don't like to put 6 because potentially it could be a lot of money there and you could be investing it, etc., which is also a valid argument. But at least 3 months, but 3 to 6 months. And then past that, definitely look at investing because you're going to get a higher return. Doesn't make sense to not have your money work for you.
So like, it's kind of similar to what we're just talking about, but in terms of like, so someone that has a family, so for example, us men that have 2 kids, wife, etc., we're providing for them, right? What is like kind of the best ways to try and grow your money?
I think there's a lot of ways to grow your money. One way that is a good way is investing. Like, I would say stocks and shares ISA, just because it's the most tax efficient way to invest money. If you invest in something, so you either can invest for a stocks and shares ISA, you can invest for a GIA, which is a general investment account. Investing for a general investment account, any money that you make from your investments is taxable, right? So if your share price increases and your holding increases, you owe capital gains tax. If you get paid a dividend out on your money, you get charged, you owe dividend tax, right? If you have a stocks and shares ISA, it doesn't matter how much money you make, there's no tax to pay. It's all yours. So that's why I always go, okay, if you're going to invest, stocks and shares ISA, and obviously you can invest up to £20,000 a year per tax year. So I think, honestly, if you want your money to work for you and actually be making you decent returns, like slapping the stocks and shares, look at ETF.
I hear it still. I hear it. And in terms of like not families, but for someone in your situation, so obviously you've got a fiance and a kid, yeah. When did you start kind of being transparent with money with each other?
Early. It's one of the first things. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
How was that conversation?
It was horrible.
Oh,
it was horrible. I'll be real, my missus, she's not really like. You have to understand, like, everyone's relationship with money is different, and the history that they have within their family about money is different, right? 100%. So, you can't assume everyone's going to be comfortable talking about money, and that's their right. Like, I even when I speak to people like that book calls with me to talk about finances, I'm always like, look, off the bat, well done, because it's a difficult thing for you to do and be vulnerable about the amount that you earn or the debt that you have or you being, you know what I mean, transparent about your finances. So it's not something that I anticipate, like I expect you to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to talk about money. That's great if you are. But it's not something that I anticipate, like I expect. I try not to be controlling because that's not like the way that I've experienced money, especially when I look at my parents, their finances were separate. Me and my partner's finances are separate. I don't think like it's whatever works for you, but I need to know that you're moving in the same direction as me with the finances. I need to know that you're not like secretly in debt and not telling me about it. Because if we're going to build something here and go a long distance, we both need to know what's going on. You need to know where my finances are. I need to know where yours are. We also need to know what each other's spending habits are so we can check each other. Yeah. That relationship is about checks and balances. So
would you ever like bring the finances together?
Yeah. Like but I don't think it makes much sense for and I had this conversation with my missus recently. I don't think it makes much sense for us to say, okay, cool, look, I'm the best one at managing finances, so you put all your salary into the joint account and I'll manage it for us. Right? Because then what happens when I'm not there? Yeah. What happens if, God forbid, I pass away? Right? How do I know that with the life insurance that pays out and all of this, that you know what you're doing with the bread? Like, we've got a child to look after and it can be overwhelming now. Everything's on your plate. But if we've already worked and talked through the finances, I know that you know how to manage your pot and I'm managing my pot and we've managed the pot that we've got together. Then if I'm not here, I'm rest easy knowing that you got this under control. Because we've learnt together. We understand the pitfalls. You know where you lack financially. I know where I lack financially. Do you understand?
Yeah, it's with that. It's funny because obviously when we were talking to some other like younger guys than us in it, and them man were talking about like, oh, my missus don't even know how much I earn. And I was like,
crazy.
I was like, that's crazy, bro. Because more time. I can't like...
No, but at their age, though...
Their generation, their mentality of money is mad, though.
They're 24, 25, bro. That's... What do you mean their age?
That's still Gen Z.
No, it's still Gen Z.
You're millennial, I'm millennial.
I'm Gen Z, bro.
No, you're not.
How are you Gen Z? Are you what, 95?
I'm playing.
Man. Bro. He was still younger than me.
I'm Gen Z,
but like,
bro.
my thing is, for example, my thing's a bit different, innit? Because I've been with my partner since uni. So when we were going through different jobs, I used to show her, I was like, oh my gosh, this place is going to give me 30 bags. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. But I'm like,
that's because you guys came up together.
Exactly. But then I'm like, more time, if you're trying to build with someone, you guys kind of need to know what each other are on so you understand. Like, I think one of the guys said, it was bare funny though. He's like, when they're doing mortgage offer side, he'll ask the accountant, here's my side.
No,
that's
don't copy him into the email.
Don't copy him into the email.
That for me,
that's so funny.
That's a massive red flag, bro.
How
can you be in a relationship with someone you can't be transparent about money?
That's what I'm saying.
It took me a while to open about peas to my wife. Though.
Why was that though?
Because you know what, I feel like
get him, man.
I feel like you know what? Let me be honest and transparent with you guys. I feel like she's better at money than I am, innit? So it was kind of like an embarrassment thing, if that makes sense.
What, you're embarrassed by how much she earns more than you?
No. She don't earn more than me. God forbid. I'm joking. But it's like she would always have more bread.
At the end,
But at the end, because
Yeah.
I'm spending it. Because
Yeah.
our money styles are different. Like I think we spoke about this on the podcast
Yeah.
before. But my wife's a saver, innit? Because obviously she didn't grow up like I grew up kind of privileged, yeah.
Right.
And she didn't grow up privileged.
Right.
So her style of money is like I need to save everything because I might not have it. But my style of growing up privileged is like I'm always gonna have it. Like obviously not to
money comes, money goes.
In the humblest way as
I
possible.
hate that phrase, bro.
in the most, but I learned it from my mum.
I've never heard that phrase more than from Nigerian people.
Yeah.
Bro.
Because my mum used to contract,
Yeah.
So like my mum would get paid every Friday, and obviously she was like band something nurse, so she used to make a lot of money.
Okay,
so she's every Friday she's getting racks, and her style of money was like I'm getting paid on Friday, so she will just spend. And I kind of got that mentality from her, like, I'll get paid soon now. You get me? Money comes, money goes. Where she's like, no, I need to save. So when we started dating, we used to get into relationships. Like, I'm always one spending my money, and like at the end of the month, she has her piece and I don't. So it's like when it's time to like now be transparent about okay, how much do I have? How much you have? I just didn't like expressing it, if that makes sense. Because my style of managing the money, I know she's gonna judge me or she's gonna say something.
But
does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I don't think she judged you though.
We had the conversation in depth. We spoke about it because she was like, okay, let's start thinking of how we're gonna, improve the situation in terms of your spending, blah blah. Like we've had obviously, and now it's like I've changed. I'm not that person no more. But at the time when we first started dating, it was hard for me to like actually open up about okay, I only have £10. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where she has like 2 bags. But it's like, where has my 2 bags gone? On date nights and this and that.
But that's also, you make a good point though.
Yeah.
I think in our generation and also from time immemorial when it comes to relationships, it's always been like the man is the provider, you pay for everything.
Yeah.
And I was growing up like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Old school, like in our yard, my missus didn't see a bill. Didn't know how much didn't know who we were with. Didn't know how much the energy price was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that is all within the confines of the relationship. So like we both have a role. Like I said to my missus, cool, like if I'm paying for everything, like and I'm saving, but you need to save.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need to save. And it's not to say, I think where a lot of people see it, not just you, but where a lot of people see it is like, okay, cool, this is my money and this is your money. And I don't really want to show you what I'm doing over here. But in reality, both of them is all of your money.
Yeah.
Like even though my bread is, like I make my money and she makes her money and it's in her account, it's in my account. If I need it, like, babe, I need this one quickly until I get to the end of the month. If she needs money, cool, we do this, or we get this one together. It doesn't, like, it's not really a thing where it's like, it's mine and you're separate. It's ours.
Yeah.
So date night is ours. Do you know what I mean? And if it's like, oh, she wants to buy something expensive for me, don't go too crazy because in reality, slightly I'm paying for it too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I always say. Like every time my wife like will go out and stuff, like I'm like, this is money that I'm like I have to account for in some way. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it still. I get it. How confident are you guys asking your women for money?
That's like the back of my hand. Hey, let me talk about language. Let me talk about language. Bro, that's my wife, bro. It's like, but more time, some people even go with, like, say your missus, you're married, in your marriage right now. If your missus goes to her dad and asks him for money, will you not feel disrespected a bit?
Oh, if I'm wife, no, don't like. If I don't have it, I'll find it. Don't go to your dad.
No, but like,
because I can't lie. Sorry. But if my daughter, comes and asks me for peas, and she has a husband, like I would like. Who did I send you to get married?
No,
who did I give? Like, I gave you away to this guy that can't afford you. So I'm saying.
I heard.
So I personally would hate if I asked her dad for money.
So wait, quick question. Yeah. Would you, just to play devil's advocate, would you rather them go into debt?
My wife?
Yeah. No, your child.
Than what?
Then ask you for money.
So your husband find a way.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
him finding a way is going into debt.
Like
that's the reality situation. Because you have to think, his money's her money, her money, his money. Them two have become one. Yeah. So if they're in dire straits, right, and their situation is either I find a way, which is usually going to be robbing Peter to pay Paul, right, or I can go and ask my dad who has it. Which one are you?
I'd rather he come and ask me. I'd rather you come and ask me.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just different, man. It's just different.
So for me, I could just ask my missus. Me and you, we're one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No,
so it's like, I won't feel the type of way to ask my missus for money, bro.
When did you first ask her? Like, do
When
you remember
we
that
were in a
conversation?
relationship,
Is
bro.
it relationship? Like boyfriend girlfriend?
Yeah, but
I think there's no shame in that at all.
There's no shame
You
in
weren't
that.
married.
No.
So in a
Wait,
relationship,
you have to be married to ask for money?
yeah, man. That's one of my 10 commandments.
Sir.
Thou shalt not ask women for money. That's one of my 10 commandments I live by.
No, so me, I'm good. Like, I don't mind. I don't feel no shit.
So
you're
you
my
asked
partner.
her,
We're
you
building
asked
life
her
together.
in a relationship, boyfriend girlfriend, you asked her for money.
Yeah, but at the same
What
time,
was it
bro,
for though?
I don't remember. But at the same time, we were. Why would I remember that, you man? No, but for example, we were in uni, bro. We're uni students, bro.
In uni.
Probably, I don't remember, but like, I'll probably ask her in uni.
Ask the man there, bro. I would rather ask the man there than ask my wife for peas.
Wait, ask
No,
the
not
man.
today.
No,
Today.
but
I mean,
okay.
like when we
No,
were
but if
dating.
that's your partner that you're building life with, bro.
No.
Yeah, them you two been together for this
Yeah,
uni.
we've been
for
together
many-
since uni,
that's
so it's
different. I'll be honest with my missus. I don't really ask her for money. I asked her for money to help with like something that we've got to pay for in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's naturally because even me, I like my wife gets paid because my wife's a teacher. She gets paid like a week
That's
before
it.
me.
Thou shalt not.
So there's sometimes where it's like, okay, babe, I need this to cover this. I beg you send me a bill. I send it back when I get paid. Things like that. That's calm.
Yeah.
But that's marriage, though. Look, so you don't think there's a problem with asking a woman for money before like marriage?
Is she working?
Yeah.
And you're working?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So what? Should I suffer, bro?
This is. I don't know. Do you know what? Though? Do you know what? Okay, this is my
No,
thing.
but you see,
If wait.
I feel like I've just been raised wrong.
If you
the streets have
no, if you earn significantly more than your partner and you've been mismanaging your money and she has small money to go about her day and you're taking from her, that's wrong.
Yeah.
If your partner has a good ass job, like you're both competitive salaries, let's say you make a bit more, you make 40k, she makes 35k, and you pay for the majority of things because that's the kind of man that you are, and then life gets on top, something happens, an unexpected bill, you're supposed to go into debt.
No,
some women wouldn't want their partners to ask for cars.
Man,
like even say your
siblings. I just feel like there's bare people before the girl.
If you can't rely on the person that you're building a future with, if you can't rely on them financially, then you can't rely on them at all.
I agree.
Bro,
I agree 100%.
So you expect this is the person who, when you putting down emergency contact, your life is on the line. You say, I trust this person in my life, but you don't trust them enough to ask them for money.
It's the pride. It's just pride. You know what? I agree with everything you guys are saying.
Of man.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I agree. But when me and my wife are dating, I just never like. I would ask my brother. Me and my brother are close, innit? So we'd always help each other out. Like I would rather ask my brother for peas than my girl at the time.
I don't know how you change this narrative, man. Because for me, my thing is like with relationships, I'm just like, we're building a life together. If I can't rely
offended
on that you didn't come to them to ask.
If I didn't even, do you know what I mean? If I was really like, I don't know where to get this from, and I'm going and calling all my boys and my like, do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I don't trust. Like why would I not?
But women, I feel like women are scarred. Certain women I feel like have scarred. They've scarred the perception of. They've scarred it. Like I've just seen it and I've heard. Yeah, man.
But that's not your woman, though. Like this is the thing. Yeah, I think we have to separate the women that give their opinion online and the woman that you're with.
Yeah. That's true.
So for me, it's like it's a case by case. I know the person that I'm with. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna be like, I know that men don't do this. So, but I know the person that I'm with would like, if I needed it, that it's not a problem. They would rather keep it in house and we'll figure it out together. In the same way that if we were broke and we had no money, I know that she would sleep in the car with me until we got back up. Do you know what I'm saying? So me asking, like, do you know what I mean? God forbid.
But say, come and pick me up when you have.
Nah, God forbid. But for me, it's like the type of woman that I want to be with, and the one who I will give everything that I have to.
Yeah,
is the one that it doesn't matter whether I'm low or I'm high.
Yeah,
you'll be there and you're sticking out with me. So if we have it all, great. If we don't have it, it's cool. We'll get there. We'll get back. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And even to that example, obviously, my thing's different because it's back in the day. But bro, from time like when we, you know, it's a shame, not shameful, but it's like at the same time when it's like walking from my house, you see the bus going. I'm doing a small jog to get the bus to stop for us. But she's there with me, bro. But that's what we were doing at the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so when I was able to have, you know, a car and have these things, like, it made me
done
want to
your-
give her
done
the
your
world.
thing,
Because
yeah.
I was like, when I didn't have it, or even like when there was one time did I say, I forgot. Bro, this is in uni, bro. I was peak overdraft, bro. Like, you know, uni time, innit?
yeah.
Peak overdraft. Tell me what I'm doing in Burger and Lobster. During uni. Peak overdraft, bro.
Yeah.
Thinking like, I had a bit to cover it. Like, obviously, it's a nice summer's day, you know? See the loads coming. I'll pay it back.
Yeah.
In there, card the clients. I've just gives me her card under the table, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's like, my thing is like, all of this.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You must thank God that you guys are married today, though.
No,
If you weren't married today, she'll be dragging your name through the mud, bro. Bro.
No, but you might not too.
That's why.
Scarred,
No,
bro.
but-
You're scarred, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Nah,
stupid moves back in the
that's-
day, bro.
Maybe.
Yeah, do you know? I feel like a lot of this whole women paying, men paying thing is very online. I
is
feel like
online.
it's
It's not
very
real life,
social
bro.
media
It's
because
not real life.
I don't know one girl who is in any kind of serious relationship that has that kind of mentality.
Exactly.
In reality, most of the girls I know who with serious guys, like, they'll give them the money, like it's not a thing. Do you know what I mean? That's what them man
Yeah,
fought
but it's
for the
not,
right to
it's
work.
not a thing when we're together and we're happy. It's not a thing. But if things go left, it's like you're dragging my name through the streets, bro.
Yeah,
So-
come on, you might agree to disagree. But no, I don't worry, I'm on your side.
No, but the thing is,
No,
I agree with you guys.
hear it.
I agree with you guys. But I feel like at the time that was just a mentality I had, innit?
Oh, yeah, no, fair.
I wouldn't ever ask my girl for money. Like I would ask my brother. I would ask you for money before I had to ask your girl for money.
Yeah.
That's just my mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? At the time, but now it's different, of course.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Fair enough.
To be fair, in saying all of this, yeah, if it was just someone I was seeing, yeah, I'm not asking for money.
Yeah,
Like,
seeing it.
see,
Yeah,
if we're a committed long time relationship,
like, you know where it's going.
like, bruh, and if I was spending bags on you,
Bro.
yeah.
You can chop small 2 bills, bro.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
buy this, that.
small things. But it's also like I'm sure as well. Like even if she knew that I was in a mad situation, she'd be like, "Come let me help you."
Yeah.
Like
you just see,
it's alright.
You just
You
see
go.
credit alert and her name.
I don't know. Anyway. So obviously us three now with the fathers, etc. So how do you think you're gonna teach? Because I feel like you've had a very good upbringing in terms of money and everything like that.
Okay.
More time from obviously watching, but also being taught. So how do you think you're gonna like go ahead with teaching your own daughter on how to manage money and stuff like that?
I actually did a video on this recently. Like pocket money, great tool.
Yeah.
Great tool. I think if you can, like, there's a few rules to pocket money that, like, I had growing up that I will use with my daughter. You know, make sure she earns it, which is a big one. Make sure that I actually show her what to do with the money. Show her that this amount of money is for saving, this amount of money for investing, this amount of money that you can spend, and make sure that it's sustainable over time, so you can see that, oh, you know, I'm actually growing money while still being able to buy the things that I want.
Yeah.
Let her make mistakes. I.e., you know, the kids want everything in it. Like, you show them a light, you show them anything, and they're gonna want it.
Yeah.
So allow her to buy the things that she wants, and let the money run out if it's gonna run out. And
I agree. I hear what you're saying. It's just that for me, it's like the make mistakes, because it's like I've made some mistakes in my life. I don't want you to make the same, but that's the only way you're gonna learn.
No, but you have to allow them to make it, rather than be like, no, I'm gonna stop you.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna learn the lesson.
Yeah,
so
which
I
is
let them
true.
buy up all their things, cool, and then something else will come up that they want.
And they'll say,
You can't have that
Yeah.
because you don't have no money left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I felt this pain in the pit of my stomach.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Of not being able to afford. So the next time now, she'll know that I need to save for a bit longer or not spend so much money. So that's a big one. And then also keep it separate from like the gifts and like that's a separate thing. Pocket money, keep pocket money, make it consistent, make it something you can afford. they'll say to new parents, make it something you can afford, pay it consistently, make them earn it, and it just teaches them the value of money and how to look after it. And yeah, I will show her through that, and she'll see through how we manage our money as well, and can afford the life that we do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And over time, she'll put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, it makes sense. Wait, Kendra, did you get pocket money when you were younger?
I wouldn't say I got pocket money, you know. I think I would have just gotten like money for that.
Yeah, people get money to spend. That's
Yeah,
normally how it
yeah,
goes. You get money to spend.
Yeah.
So all of the money you get, you spend.
Yeah.
You don't even give them money to save.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the birthday money you get is get sucked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So in reality, where's the lesson there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then when student finance drops, money gone.
Burger and lobster, bro.
Yeah, money gone.
Bro, I was bad. I was bad with student finance, bro. I was bad.
No,
it
happens.
peak.
It happens to a lot of people. So I think pocket money is a really, really big tool. But also just sitting down and teaching her every day in life, like, you know, and then when she's old enough, because you remember, when you got a stocks and shares ISA for your child, at the age of 16, they can take control of it. But from the age of 18, that's all theirs. You can't even touch it. And if you put in a couple £100 every month from the age that they're born to the age that they're 18, heavy amount of money in there if you've been getting decent returns on your bread. So if you haven't, from the age that they can start talking, taught them how to manage their money, what to invest in, etc., then that child's gonna see, oh mad, I've got like 50, 60 bags, sometimes even 100k. Let me just spend that one now. Do you know what I mean? Or because now it's like you have to hope that they listen to what you say. But if they've already got in their mind, okay, cool, I know what I want to invest in, I know how money works. Do you know what I mean? It's an easier situation.
Yeah, no, it's true.
No, I get you.
It's a bit of a shame just that like stuff like this that we weren't like taught exactly like that.
But I feel like our parents.
But I think they were just winging it, man.
Yeah, they didn't know as much. Obviously, a lot of them did. The parents that educate themselves did, innit? But some parents just, like you said, they were just winging it. They were just learning each day, like.
And I guess it's just for us to now teach our kids and start off from this generation and
100%. Like our kids, there's no excuse for our generation and to put our kids on. There's actually no excuse.
Yeah, there is.
There's no excuse.
There isn't an excuse at all. No, fairs.
I feel like, but as parents, it's our responsibility though. Do you know what I mean? It's our responsibility to learn and know what we don't know. Yeah. Like learn what we don't know. Yeah. And get their finances patterned and then be able to teach our kids. Because we know you shout generational wealth. What generational wealth if you yourself aren't doing the work to learn it?
Yeah. No, it's true.
I agree.
Wait, for example, how do you measure generational wealth? Do you think your parents, with the house that your parents have not left, but as in like given to you to use right now, do you think that's a form of generational wealth?
Yeah, I think so. Like the way that obviously when I spoke about when I talked about online, the way that my grandparents did it and my parents did it was they bought a house and that house was there for their kids to go and live in at any time. So if that's the furthest that they could fall, they could never fall below that. And I don't think necessarily that's generational wealth, but it will help to build generational wealth. In my opinion, generational wealth is the ability to be so financially secure that you have the freedom to pursue whatever you want. Right? That's how I see it. If my daughter says to me she wants to go and be a music teacher, or she wants to, I don't know, pursue being a dancer or whatever, she can do that in the knowledge that even though it might not pay her the most amount of money, she's enjoying what she does and she still has a financial basis that can create money for her to subsidize whatever her passions are in life, right? It's not necessarily about retiring at 18 and having a trust fund that's going to support you forever, but it's about, here's some assets. Like you maybe don't have to pay rent or a mortgage because there's a property that is owned by you. Do you know what I mean? It's owned by you. That's got no mortgage on it. Or you could sell that one and buy the one that you want and there's no mortgage or very little mortgage to pay in the difference. So then when you are making £30,000 a year, now all of a sudden that £1,000 that you would be spending on rent or a mortgage doesn't exist. Now all of a sudden your salary is actually not too bad. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that I think is generational wealth. Maybe you got a portfolio or you got like a decent pension or you got something that can pay you out. If you think like if you got £1 million in a stocks and shares ISA or some kind of investment that's making you, I don't know, like 8% a year, that's money. Like, do you know how much money that is? So for me, it's about leaving enough cash and investments, leaving her that education and leaving her enough assets to be able to say, well, actually, if I look after this for my children, then I not only don't have to go out and break my back doing all of this, I can really live my passions and do things that I love, and I could then maybe become the best in the world at it. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I think about, you're a lawyer, you work in finance.
No,
I did
residential.
residential property. Okay, so you do property and assets. I did a background in STEM. I know for a fact all of our parents wanted us to go and do these things. Do you get what I'm saying? What did you study at uni?
Business.
Do you see what I'm saying to you? Do you see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, my daughter could now, or the aim is, my daughter can now go, do you know what, I just want to be a teacher. Like, I just love teaching. Or I want to go work in a nursery because I love kids and I want to educate people from young. But my parents might be like, bro, that's not like, do you know what I mean? Because we come from a position of, you've come into the country, first generation, your job is to do better than I did.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I've done that now, and it's my job now, I think, for my children to be like, have the freedom to be an artist if you want to be an artist. Have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. And for me, that's how I see generational wealth. Do you know what I mean? And she still can be savvy with money and can still be making investments, etc.
Yeah.
Have you not read Psychology of Money?
No.
So there's an example in, I think it's in Psychology of Money. There's this guy who's a caretaker of a school that didn't make any real money, but and this was back in, I think, like the 70s or the 80s. He died with over $1 million USD because all he did was he took his small salary and he invested a portion of it every month for decades. So the time he died, he had millions and he donated it to charity or whatever he was doing. And it's the fact that you don't have to have these high-flying jobs to end up being wealthy.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying she could be wherever she wants to be. Doesn't need to be big, whatever. But the generational wealth that comes from the knowledge of how to manage your finances, and then with the assets and tools that we've given you, you've already got a head start now.
Yeah.
So you just add to it.
Yeah.
And then you do that for your children and their children and their children.
Yeah.
And over time, all of a sudden,
Everyone.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's good.
I hear it. One of the last questions, yeah. In terms of like managing money, yeah, how is like the best way to start learning how to manage your money properly, do you think?
That's a good question. I think there are a lot of free resources. There's a lot of credible people online. I won't plug myself, but there's a lot of
No, but you can plug yourself,
there's a
though.
lot of credible people online. I think if you're in the spaces of the financial educators in the UK, there are loads of them.
Yeah.
Like, and there's not crazy amounts of variation. There are certain things that you can do that is going to grow your money or not grow your money.
Yeah.
There are only a few amount of tools in the UK that you can use at your disposal to create wealth tax efficiently. The ISAs. Like, you use ISAs and then you use budgeting skills, etc. and like mental control and control of your finances in order for you to manage and build wealth. There's loads of people online. The only thing I would say is if you're going to get advice from people online, check them out, make sure that they're credible, make sure that they have some kind of qualification or something. Like, when I started, I didn't have no qualifications in personal finance, so I went and did my exams and I got qualified. So what I'm saying is fact, like, is backed up. I've trained in it, right?
Yeah.
I've become a qualified financial advisor. Make sure who you're getting the information from is from someone who's qualified and verified. But there's loads of free resources online, and read books. Books like the oldest transfer of knowledge from the time immemorial. People don't read enough.
Yeah.
I mean, read a book. You know how much I've learned from reading books? Psychology of Money is a great book. Taught me loads of stuff about money. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Everyone says Rich Dad Poor Dad. There's some gems in there. It's not the greatest book in the world, but there's some gems in there about finances. But read, like, do you know what I mean? Read, consume information. There's so much of it out there. You don't have to pay. Like, if you want someone to sit down with you and hold your hand and teach you all the things that you need to know about personal finance, then that can be beneficial.
Yeah.
Like, it really can be. Do that with someone who has the qualifications and knows what they're talking about. But if you're someone who, you know, you don't need that, but you just need to find information, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, TV shows, Do you know what I mean? It's there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's one thing that everyone needs to know is it's not like a get rich quick overnight kind of thing, or it's like it builds you have to build consistency, right?
So people always get these. So I think the difference between trading and investing.
It's the meme coin thing, man.
Bro, if you're trading, that means that you are trading over, like you're buying something and selling it over a very short period of time in order to make a gain, right? Or you're leveraging, right? So you're borrowing in order to maximize that gain even more. But if you're investing, it means that you're putting in money and it's over a long period of time. When you're investing, you're looking at between minimum 5 and 15 years. Minimum. Realistically, should be longer than that for you to get compound interest the way that compound interest is supposed to compound.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Hey guys, for bonus content every single Monday, make sure you shout out to Hush Hush Crew. Only £2.99 on the YouTube web app for every extra you can think of. Check it out and support the channel. Peace out.
I know. I agree. It's just like maybe sometimes you're in one situation one day and then you want to be out of the situation straight away, but then obviously you've got yourself into that situation. So like, for example, like people that get in debt, and they're like, they're trying to get out as quick as possible, but then at the same time you trying to get out as quick as possible lands you further in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean that's a very difficult one because I think people try to get out of debt, but the spending habits of a lot of people at the moment is mad. Like we're very material driven and consumer based, especially in the UK. And people feel like there are a lot of things that are needs that are wants, and if you can separate your wants from your needs, you go a long way in clearing debt.
No, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Okay. No, I hear it, but yeah, no, I think time is pretty much fast spent, man. But thank you very much, bro, for coming on.
No, thank you for having me, man.
Thank you. I've learned a lot today. That's why I'm sitting down listening now. I've actually learned a lot still.
But yeah,
I appreciate it.
I think everyone needs to get, like, finance is a very big thing, especially us now as fathers and we've got people providing, that we're providing for people. We've got families, etc. So I like for us to do like these money conversations once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think as parents, we're educating the next generation.
Yeah.
And if you want your kids to be able to thrive when other people's kids, not necessarily when other people's kids, but if you want your kids to thrive, and ultimately, like, we have to be selfish, I feel, as parents. Like,
100%.
Like, your interest, your focus should be on making sure that your kids, you've got giving them all the tools they can have to be as successful as they can possibly be.
Facts.
And I think personal finance is one of them.
Facts.
Yeah. Right? You can have a kid that earns £1 million a year, but if they're spending $1.5 million, what good is it?
No, it's true. No, 100%, man.
You, bro.
No, thank you, honestly. Just before that, if you could plug your socials, I think you did it before, but plug it again so everyone knows where to go and find you.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube on prof_mims, MIMS, Prof Make It Make Sense. That's everywhere.
For all the content you need to do, money, finances, news,
careers, news, all of that good stuff.
And it's actually very beneficial, guys, if obviously you're not one of those people that like to go on BBC News and all that kind of stuff. Concise, bite-sized content, which makes a lot of sense. So, with that being said, another episode, another week, Don't Tell Me Why podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Peace out.
I get P, my mum's living comfy. No, we ain't the same as them. My brother's cutting through the city in Mercedes Benz. My face is too big, I can't even go Tesco. Broke days, I had no money for the